right? So now it looks like what is the result? So now what's look like what's the result of when you do the purification is of course to attend the Sakinah. Yeah. So Sakinah is this Arabic word from the word sukun. Yeah, we're going to elaborate the word, but let me read a few ayah from Quran. There's contain the word Sakinah. Basically, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned 6 times, yeah, in different ayah. And one of them, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ثم أنزل الله سكينته على رسوله وعلى المؤمنين.
Then Allah did send down His Sakinah, calmness, tranquility, and reassurance on the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and on the believers.
هو الذي أنزل السكينة في قلوب المؤمنين ليزدادوا إيمانا مع إيمانهم ولله جنود السماوات والأرض وكان الله عليما حكيما.
He it is who sent down a Sakinah, calmness and tranquility into the hearts of the believers, that they may grow more in faith along with their present faith. And to Allah belongs the host of the heavens and the earth, and Allah is ever all-knower, all-wise.
Yeah. So basically, this ayah that Allah sent Sakinah when the believer on the time facing the enemy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in their hearts Sakinah, and also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the junud, the soldiers. Yeah. This happened in the Battle of Badr, it happened at Fatah Makkah. Yeah. Because when you facing and doing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you are nervous, will not do your job wisely and perfectly. So you need Sakinah on that time. Yeah. So this is Sakinah like a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لقد رضي الله عن المؤمنين إذ يبايعونك تحت الشجرة وعلم ما في قلوبهم فأنزل السكينة عليهم وأثابهم فتحا قريبا.
Indeed, Allah was pleased with the believers when they gave the bay'ah pledge to you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, under the tree. He knew what was in their hearts, and He sent down a Sakinah, calmness and tranquility upon them, and He rewarded them with a near victory.
So this ayah was revealed when the Prophet with maybe about 1,000 of the Sahaba, they went to Makkah for Umrah. But then the Quraysh did not allow them. And so they sent Usman to negotiate with them. Usman, because Usman is one of a leader before in the was suspected, all his, even they're non-Muslim, but his best friend. So they asked Usman, to spend time. So that means now 3 days passed. There's no news from Usman. And the rumor spread that they kill Usman. So when they heard they kill Usman, the Prophet was under the tree. And he made an announcement, Man yubayuni, would like to take a pledge, bay'ah. You know, if we, for example, you and me now, you know, if somebody said, hey, would like to give me buy a plane, you know, we're going to ask what for? Why? If we came here for Umrah, why? What bayah for? He said that the Prophet, the Sahaba, no one asked question, and everybody was jumping, want to be the first one who shake the Prophet's hand. So therefore, because of their behavior, Allah said, "Laqad radiyallahu," is the word laqad mean emphasize. Surely, no doubt, Allah pleased with the believers. Allah. This is mean what? Those people guarantee Jannah because Allah used the word past tense. Pleased. Halas. When Allah made certain pleased, in what? Halas. Jannah in their hand. If yubayunaka tahta shajara, when they take the pledge under the tree, and Allah knows what in their heart. It mean what in their heart? Their heart is firm, no question. This is that. Then also what? Send Sakinah. Why is Sakinah? Because they came for Umrah, no weapon, nothing, and no Muhammad sallallahu asked him to fight, you know, for the blood of Usman. But you need Sakinah, right? And Allah provides Sakinah and then also Fathan Qariba, because after this happened, Allah gave Fathan Qariba, yeah, the near victory, the victory that Allah gave in Fatah Makkah, less than 2 years, yeah. Also, when Muhammad was in the cave, إذ هما في الغار إذ يقول لصبي لا تحزن إن الله معنا فأنزل الله سكينته عليه وأيده بجنود لم تروها.
So Allah sent down His tranquility upon him and strengthened him with hosts which you did not see, and made lowest the word of those who disbelieved. And the word of Allah, that is the highest, and Allah is the mighty, wise.
Yeah, I made a mistake, yeah. This one, it should be idhuma fil ghar, when both of them was in the cave. This is when Rasulullah migrated to Medina. And Abu Bakr was worried, was scared. Because Abu Bakr can see their leg. Because in order to go inside the cave, you had to go down. So the Quraysh exactly arrived there. Abu Jahl was there, Bala was there, you know, with their weapon. Where are you going to go? Yeah? When Abu Bakr was scared, إِذْ يَقُولُ لِصَاحِبِهِ, when he said it to his friend, لَا تَحْزَنْ, do not fear, do not worry. إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَنَا, indeed Allah with us, you and me. Do you think only you and me? No. فَأَنزَلَ اللَّهُ سَكِينَتَهُ عَلَيْهِ, and Allah sent the Sakinah, calmness. Right? وَأَيَّدُهُ, and Allah support him with the junud. Junud being the soldiers. They couldn't see. What soldier here? Spider and the pigeons. Yeah. So that a few words about Sakinah in the Holy Quran. Yeah. So what is the meaning of the word Sakinah?
Sakinah is feeling of peace in the heart and calmness in the limbs. Sakinah is when the heart feels relaxed and the organs and nerves feel calm. Sakinah is a light that Allah placed in the heart of the believer, a tranquility which He subhanahu wa ta'ala distributes it in the heart of the believers.
The believer, yeah? So Sakinah is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But it's not free. Right? There's a price for it. He said, La sa'adata, no happiness without Sakinah. And no Sakinah without Iman. When your Iman is increased, then the Sakinah will be increased. The happiness also will increase. Yeah. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he found Sakinah where? In the middle of fire. Can you imagine it? Sakinah, when they put it in the fire, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Yusuf alayhi salam, he found Sakinah when he was in the well, when he was in the jail. He's so happy. Right? Yunus alayhi salam, he found Sakinah, tranquility, when he was what? In the belly of the fish. Yeah. When Bilal was asked, he said, Bilal, when did you really test the sweetness of Iman? He said, when Umayyah was beating me on the sand, on the heat of Makkah. And he said, Ahadun Ahad, Ahadun Ahad. Oh. Yeah, when Muhammad was in the cave, remember that? That was Sakinah. Yeah. So Sakinah means opposite of worriness, anxiety, yeah, sadness. Yeah. So when Allah gives somebody Sakinah, khalas. Pandemic is nothing. So therefore, why the believer, whatever happened, even now we are in pandemic, we have Sakinah, alhamdulillah. Allah mentioned in Surah Yasin, a man found Sakinah when they put him on the beach, only his head. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent two messengers. فَأَزْلَزْنَا بِثَالِثٍ, and Allah sent the third messengers. Instead they accept them, they're going to kill them. وَجَاءَ مِنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ رَجُلٌ يَسْعَى. Now Allah told the story about a man from the corner of the city. That means he's far away. He didn't say prophet, alim, no, a man. This man what? Not scholars, not chef, but he have iman. And he believed that the job of da'wah not only belong to the prophets, to the ustad, to the sheikh, me too. So when he heard they're going to kill them, they came. Yas'a, very quick. قَالَ يَا قَوْمِ اتَّبِعُوا الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Look at how he's polite. Ya qawmi, oh my people, I'm also your people. He didn't say, oh kafir, oh munafiq. Ittabi'u, follow me, follow. Follow this messenger. He came to you what for? To give you good news, not to collect donation, right? And then what happened? They put them also on the ditch. So now we have 4 head and they skin it. Then he died. When he died, Allah said, welcome to Jannah. No, he is in good place. You know, when he died, he met Allah now. Look at when people have Sakinah. What did he say? Did he say, God, don't forget them, okay? Look at what happened to me. They killed me. Get rid of them. No. He asked Allah to bring him back. What for? To tell, I wish my people know what happened to me. Bima ghafarali rabbi wa ja'alani minal mukramin. No revenge, no feeling of hatred to those people who did bad to him. They want them also like him now. Allah. Why? Because he has Sakinah. Allah. Right? Because Allah already make rule, nobody dare come back alive. Yeah. So that's now how to reach Sakinah. You know, everybody want to get Sakinah because you have somebody have big house, have everything. But what? No Sakinah? look like live in the Jahannam. Yeah. So therefore, before I describe about how to reach it, when Allah said to Adam and Hawa, what he said? Yeah. Uskun anta wa zawjukal jannah. Allah used the word Sakinah. Hey Adam and Hawa, uskun. Uskun means dwell, stay. But stay with what? With Sakinah. When Ibrahim a.s. make dua after he dropped Hajar and Ismail in the desert, Rabbi inni askantu fi wadin ghairi dhi zar'in. Wallah, I dwell there. It means I put them a second. So therefore, why in Arabic, house is maskan. House called what? Maskan or second. Why? Because Allah wanted a house, a place for Sakinah, for peace. So therefore, why in the Quran Allah SWT mentioned the house no Sakinah is kabaytil ankabut, like the house of spider. You know spider? Spider build a house, and the house strong, but Allah SWT said, wa inna awhanal buyut, the weakest of the house of spider. But they are strong. No, because inside they're fighting. You know the queen, after lay the egg, they kill her husband. And then when they have baby, all to survive, they have to kill one another. That's how inside the house of spider. Right? So now, how to gain Sakinah? Yeah. We have 3 tips how to gain Sakinah. The first one, like Allah SWT said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullah wal tanzur nafsum ma qaddamat lighad wattaqullah.
1. Muhasabah, self-criticism or self-interrogation. O you who believe, fear God and observe your duty to Him, and let every soul consider what it has prepared for the morrow, and fear God. Nay, I swear by the self-accusing soul. Literally meaning reckoning, settling the accounts, and self-interrogation. Muhasabah, self-criticism, is that a believer always reviews whatever he says and does every day or even every hour, good or bad, right or wrong.
Yeah. So Ibn Qayyim in his book MADAARIJ SALIKIN said, if you want to gain Sakinah in your life, the first you have to do is muhasabah. Self-criticism. And just try to review, to call for accountable. Very interesting here said, oh, you believe, Allah called you believe. Ittaqullah, be mindful of God, be conscious. He said, wal tandur. Let every soul, prepare for tomorrow, what they send for tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow is not Wednesday. Tomorrow means day judgment. But why Allah SWT used the word ghadim? He didn't say, Ma qaddamat liyawmil qiyamah, what you send forth for the, no, God. It means we have to review, muhasabah, every day. If I'm died tomorrow, am I ready? Am I ready? So therefore, the people before us used to write down what they do and what they did today. And then at night, they refuted. Like Umar bin Khattab used to hit his leg. Hey, what did you do today? Right? What my eyes did today. My tongue, my hand. What's up? I said it. What? Subhanallah. And it's very important. Yeah. Okay, continue with it.
Muhasabah is the very important and serious attempt of a believer to assert himself in his loyalty to God. It is through continuous self-criticism that a man is enabled to evaluate the present and prepare for the future. Again, it is through self-criticism that he can make up for past mistakes and be absolved in the sight of God, constantly realizing self-renewal in his inner world in order to achieve a steady relation with God. As self-criticism opens for a man the door to spiritual peace and tranquility, it also causes him to fear God and his punishment in awe of him.
Yeah. So muhasabah is one of the way that if you want to gain the Sakinah, how? You know, you will find three group of people. Some people always think about the past, like Indian. You know, when I was a Muslim chaplain in prison, so this Indian, you know, they used to put a fire and then drum. So one time I talked to them, what are you doing? So there's remember their ancestor, the past. And then some people just concerned about today, this day. That's mostly, you know, the Western civilization. People here said, like Nike, just do it. Just think about today, khalas. Right? But we Muslim, people of future, we always think a lot about the future. Think about, do Allah pleased with me or not? Yeah. So therefore, practically, how you do muhasabah? Number one, we have to do muhasabah in our action. The first one before you do it. So anytime you're going to do good deed, to pray, to fast, to give donation, you know, to do in social worker, yeah, ask very critical question. You know, why I'm doing this? It is because I want everybody see me and helping the others, or really for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if not, you know, all our deed will be what? Wasted. So you have to ask question. Yeah. And then after you do it, you have to ask also following question. Right? Number one, do I did it properly or not? Yeah. For example, I believe we just pray Maghrib, right? It's good. How many times you were thinking, how about my prayer today? Never. Wake up. So therefore, why? By saying Astaghfirullah, that mean what? You do muhasabah. What does it mean? Allah, I try to pray as best I can, but I just prayed and my mind goes somewhere. I remember everything. So he said, if you forget something, just pray. You forget your key, just pray. He will tell you where. Yeah, very important. And also muhasabah, you know, for any good deed that you did it, it is do it according to the sunnah or not. I just want to do it and without even knowing it is bid'ah or not. Yeah. So this what you call when it comes to action. And also there is area that you need to do muhasabah because these areas or this field have effect in your life. The first we have to do muhasabah about the food that you eat, the drink that you drink. Yeah. Because what is the people said, you what you eat. What you eat will affect you. Right? Spiritually, mentally, psychologically. Yeah. We have to be careful. So So therefore, why Rasulullah said one night he couldn't sleep because of death. He did eat it, but everybody was asleep. Maybe he was hungry, he ate it because he worried that this death of sadaqah, the Prophet and his family cannot eat from sadaqah. Imagine all night until the morning he asked, where's the death? And then, alhamdulillah, not from there. Maybe I mentioned many times of Abu Bakr Siddiq. He was fasting and came home. His servant brought a milk and he drank it. And he was smiling. Why are you smiling? It's strange. You always ask me because his servant not Muslim. Oh, yeah. How did you get the milk? Remember I used to be a fortune tellers? Yeah. So today somebody asked me and I look at his palm and then he paid me. And this money from Abu Bakr was angry. And he tried to vomit it. He drank a lot and vomit until he was very tired. So his companion said, Abu Bakr, it's okay, man, because Allah forgive you because you don't know. He said, no. If there is no way to bring out the food, the milk that I just drained it, except I have today, I'll be ready. Because I remember Rasulullah said, anybody, your body, grew up from haram, there's no place, fit for that body except hellfire. Yeah. Another area that you have to do muhasabah is your action, your behavior. Do I hurt somebody? It's very important. Sometimes you don't feel that you send email, you send WhatsApp, you send something that hurting somebody. Yeah. So you have to be careful. And also, when you do that, you have to do in Arabic called mu'aqabah. Mu'aqabah means you put a sanction. Yeah. One day Umar bin Khattab radiallahu anhu, he was fixing his garden. Very busy. People pass by, Assalamualaikum, Assalamualaikum. Where you came from? Oh, he just finished Asar. What? So he missed Jama'ah, Asar congregation. Because of what? Because he was enjoying garden. He do muhasabah. So he said, from today, this garden is not mine. He gives sadaqah. Can you do that? If you miss Fajr, then you have to pay $100 put in the box of masjid. Yeah. This is the way of muhasabah. Right? Rabi bin Haytham, when he feel that his heart is hard, in his backyard he had a grave. So he goes inside the grave and said, hey Rabi, this is your place, your future home. You have to be ready. Don't be lazy. Allah. Yeah. It also reflects the ayat about Jannah, about hellfire. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you hear the Quran, when he talk about hellfire, it's very scary. Jannah is so beautiful. So one day Aqil, the brother of Ali, when Ali became Khalifa, is a president. So Aqil asked something more than he deserved it. So he said, come tonight. Come tonight. It's a little bit dark. And there is like a rock and covered with something. And he said, Aqil, can you take that one? Give it to me. When he took, he was screaming. So why? Man, this is chakra. It's so hot. Look, you are able to touch it for 1 second. This chakra. If I give you, it's not deserved, not your right. This is the fire on this fire. Imagine that fire. Imagine, if the fire in New York, you can feel the heat here. Yeah. This muhasabah. Yeah, muhasabah. No, that's the first one. The second one, to gain Sakinah, is through al-muraqabah. What is muraqabah?
So whoever has muraqabah for Allah in secret and internally, Allah will preserve him in his actions and behavior, both internally and externally. Al-muraqabah. Al-muraqabah is knowing that Allah is watching over us, and know that Allah knows what is in your mind, so fear him. To have this knowledge and certainty at all times is called muraqabah. It is the fruit of the servant's knowledge that Allah is his watcher, overseeing him, hearing his utterances, and observing all of his deeds at all times. Ihsan is to worship Allah as if you see him, but since we do not see him, we should know that he sees us at all times.
Yeah, so there's similarity between muraqabah and ihsan. You know, muraqabah, Allah mentioned in the Quran many times. Inna Allah kana alaykum raqiba. Muraqabah, so therefore if you go to airport, there's a tower, right? In Arabic called Burjul Muraqabah, the tower. Because in that tower, you know, the men who work there can see when landed and take off, so he can control everything. You're Muraqabah. Yeah. So we in our life, Allah is watching us. Yeah, like there's a camera. And the best example of muraqabah, I like it, is when people drive in I-5. The sign says 60, but people drive 70, 75, 80, some is 90. Right? And suddenly, everybody push the brake, slowing down. Why is it? The police, there's muraqabah. You're aware now. There is somebody watching you. You know, if you see, a student, they have exam. You know, there's nobody there. Everybody look for another, right? But if the principal came, they stop. One day I was in Saudi Arabia. A man who was cashier, but he was very serious. Man, man. He saw in the camera. Oh, my boss watching me. Allah. Yeah. Imagine that your awareness, not the camera. Yeah. You know, when we drive at night, the stoplight, why we stop? No, stop car. Because there's camera there. You don't want to get ticket. Yeah. So when you have muraqabah, you will feel Allah with you. What happens if you Allah with you? You have Sakinah. Right? I remember when I was young, my teacher told me the story about, there's a teacher, he loves one student very much. You know, so the principal asked him, why you love this student more than the others? He said, oh, okay, I will show you something. So he called all the students in the class, and then he gave them a chicken, live chicken. And he said, please slaughter it in a place where no one can see you. Everybody went home. The next day they came back. So the teacher asked one, where did you slaughter it? Oh, in jungle. How about you? In restroom. How about you? Oh, in the roof. So everybody was hiding. Only the student, his name Ahmad, he was late. Where's Ahmad? I don't know. Then later on, Ahmad came and he brought a live chicken. Ahmad, why you didn't slaughter the chicken? I couldn't. Why? Because he told me I have to slaughter in a place where no one can see me. Yeah. But wherever I go, he always see me. Who? Allah. And then the teacher said to my principal, that's why I love him so much. Yeah. Subhanallah. Maybe remember the story about Umar bin Khattab. Umar, he liked to check his people at night. And then he had a conversation between a mother and her daughter. And the mother asked her daughter to put water into the milk. So they used to sell milk to get benefit more. But the daughter said, Mommy, but Amir al-Mu'mineen, forbid that. We're not allowed to do that. This is like cheating. And the mother got angry. Hey, Omar is sleeping now in Medina. He didn't know nothing. Look at the girl said, but ma'am, la ta'khuduhu sinatu wa la nawm. But Allah never sleep or sleepy. So Umar heard this conversation. And the next day, he brought his son, Asim, and knocked the door. The mother came out. The mother was scared. He said, where your daughter? Umar, please forgive me. I will not do it again. No, bring out your daughter. And then Asim asked to look to that girl. And she looked. Alhamdulillah. From this pure, and the pure Ruth, came out who? Umar bin Abdul Aziz. Their grandchildren. Who will become, when we become Khalifa, the snake, the lion was playing with the children for 2 years. And people to give zakat and sadaqah difficult. Nobody accept because, everything was there. Yeah. So this, their life become what? Sakinah. Yeah. And Yusuf alayhi salam, the same. Remember Umar bin Khattab, when he went to the village, he saw a shepherd, and offered him food. He said, I'm fasting. He said, boy might be 9, 10 years old, fasting. This is hot, man. Yeah. And then he said, can I buy one of your goat? He said, I'm sorry, it's not mine. Don't worry, take the money and tell your master. A wolf came and ate one of them. You are free. And the boy said, Ba'ayn Allah. Ya Umar, where is Allah? Umar was so happy because Umar just wanted to test him. He said, can you show me where's your master? So come with me. And then he said, when Umar saw the master, it is your slave? He said, yes. I would like to buy him. Okay. Is that all your cattle, land, gold? He said, yes. I want to buy them too. So he bought the slave. Then after he gave money, he said to the boy, he said, son, this is the fruit of muraqabah. You feel that Allah watching you. You are free now, and all these animals, the cattle is yours. This is the reward in this life. Can imagine in next life. Allah. Yeah, it is very important for the parent to put this muraqabah. Alam ta'lam bi'anna Allah yara. Don't you know that Allah see you? Something I put when they were young in the room. This word. Yeah. Allah is watching you. Another story, Greek scholar is named Ibn Dinar. Ibn Dinar, one time he went to a place when they found, what do you call it in English, I think, a smith, right? The one who can melt it, the iron, right? Now they call Haddad. If you want to shape the iron, you have to put in the fire until it really become red, become very hot. And then you can melt it as you like. this man, he melted by his hand. Can you imagine that? And he's not burned his hand, just like this, whatever you want. So Ibn Dinar was amazed. He was shocked. We even can come close to it, even cannot touch it. He just like this, like a dove. He said, what happened, man? What? You melted with your hand like this. You shape it, the hot iron. Tell me the story. Please. I will tell you, but don't tell anyone. Okay. So, my neighbor, he went for Hajj, and he asked me to take care of his family. He has a wife and daughter. So, alhamdulillah, every time I knock the door and I ask them what they need, and they tell me, and I bought, the stuff from this market, I put it there, and I never see them. So one day I found the door is open. Maybe they forget. And I went inside. This is the first time I saw my friend daughter. So beautiful. And I was crazy. So I closed the door. I noticed she's alone. And she was scared. She's a good woman, mashallah. But she cannot run. I insist. So then she said, okay, I want you to close all the door. So I'm so happy. Close the window, close the door, and then he said, okay, I closed all the doors. He said, one door you don't close yet. Which one? Over there. Where? The door of Allah. The door of Allah never closes. He watching us now. He said, Wallahi, when he said the door of Allah, I become nervous. I'm scared. Right? In the Quran said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا إِذَا مَسَّهُمْ طَائِفٌ مِّنَ الشَّيْطَانِ تَذَكَّرُوا. In this, those who have taqwa, that means what? People have taqwa, they fear Allah. Sometimes they fall down. Shaitan, something can get you, even you are a good Muslim. But the different, right? When the shaitan touched them, the shaitan tried to mislead him, he remember Allah. Something maybe you are in laptop, you're watching something. This, you are muttaqin, you are taqwa. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I said to her, please, make dua for me. I will not do nothing to you, but make dua for me. And she said, أسأل الله أن يقيك من هار النار في الدنيا والآخرة. I ask Allah to protect you from the heat of the fire in dunya and akhirah. The heat what? Of the fire. And he said, Allah accept her dua. So anytime I touch the fire, Allah, yeah. So sometimes, in our life, this what we call lahdo ikhtibar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you a test, right? And how much your muraqabah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. So therefore why in the Quran the reward of people have muraqabah is very high. And I think everybody memorize Surah Al-Mulk. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَخْشَوْنَ رَبَّهُمْ بِالْغَيْبِ. Those who fear Allah in unseen, that means you are alone. Sometimes you do that. You are alone in the computer, in your laptop, nobody there, and you can just click, and you can see everything. That's all is haram. But he said, and then you feel Allah. Right? Astaghfirullah. No, no. Yes, my wife not here. My son not here. Allah watching me. What did he want? إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَخْشَوْنَ بِالْغَيْبِ لَهُمْ مَغْفِرَةٌ Allah. For them, forgiveness. You don't ask forgiveness, right? But you avoid that forgiveness. وَلَهُمْ أَجْرٌ عَظِيمٌ. And for them also what? The great reward. Yeah? So, through muhasabah, you evaluate, you criticize yourself, right? And second one, through muraqabah, inshallah you will find the sakinah. Because your life will be beautiful, right? And what the last one? Yeah. So this is the hadith. Just read first, inshallah.
Mentioned the sweetness of faith in many ahadith, including tasted the taste of faith, those who take Allah as their Lord, Islam as their religion, and Muhammad as a messenger. Whoever possesses the following three qualities attains the sweetness of faith: to have Allah and His messenger dearer to him than anything else, to love a person only for the sake of Allah, and to hate to return to kufr after Allah has rescued him from it, like he hates to be thrown into fire. I heard Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah saying, if you don't find sweetness and joy in the deed you perform, then doubt its sincerity, for Allah is shakur, most appreciative and rewarding.
Yeah, this is very important that to feel the taste of iman, because iman is like a food, like a drink, have a taste. Yeah. So this taste can be, you can feel the taste when you have what? Muhasabah and muraqabah that we mentioned before, right? And the last one, the last tip to get sakinah is to deal with the other with kindness and gentleness.
Treat people as you want to be treated. If everybody implement that hadith, everybody will live in peace and harmony.
بما رحمة من الله لنت لهم ولو كنت فظا غليظ القلب لانفضوا من حولك.
Thus, it is due to the mercy from Allah that you deal with them gently, and had you been rough, hard-hearted, they would certainly have dispersed from around you.
Allah. So after we do muhasabah, muraqabah, and all this both between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Muhasabah, you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Muraqabah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But know how your connection with the others. Because sakinah cannot only when you are only good with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sakinah also how you deal with the others. With gentleness, kindness. This ayah was revealed فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ is after the battle of Uhud. In that battle, imagine his uncle died. He loved his uncle so much. 70 of Sahaba died. And they lost the battle because of what? Disobey Muhammad. Disobey the general. Okay? Now they are in Medina now. And Allah SWT asked Muhammad SAW to address him, to talk to them, to give lecture. Right? No. Is it, if Muhammad now get angry and threaten them, warning them, is he right? He says, yeah, you are a commander. They made mistake. Right? And you have to be firm. But before Muhammad SAW meet them, Allah revealed this ayah. Yeah, Muhammad, walau kunta faddun. If had you been rough and your heart is hard, remember, if you treat them with hardness, not with gentleness, then faddu min halik. They will disperse from you, turn away from you. Who is this? Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And after what? After loss his beloved uncle, and it means Islam almost gone. And Muhammad had right to get angry. What Muhammad did? If you continue the ayah, فَاسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ, ask Allah to forgive them. Allah. So next time, when your wife make you mad, or your husband make you mad, your children make you mad, and you want to do rough and hard, compare with this. Is what she did or what he did, what she did, is worse than what happened in Battle of Uhud? Is Lord gone? Almost less than that. So why is it bad to be angry? Yeah. So he said, treat people as you want to be treated. I want to conclude when Muhammad SAW asked Rasulullah, you always said about good akhlaq, good akhlaq. Can you summarize what is good akhlaq? He said, kaful adha, wa ihtimalu adha, wa ada'ul adha. Good akhlaq means kaful adha, try as best as you can, don't hurt anyone. Allah. Yes. So don't hurt anyone with your tongue, with your writing, right? Avoid. Don't hurt your wife, your children, your neighbors, your friend. Avoid to hurting them. So never ever that in your life you make somebody they even couldn't sleep. Man, I couldn't believe in what he said to me. Something you forget that. So the first high standard of to deal with the others with kindness and avoid to hurt them. That's number one. Number two, ihtimal, be patient when somebody hurts you. Allah. You avoid to hurt them, and then when they hurt you, send you nasty email, nasty WhatsApp. You're just smiling. You don't get funny. Like, I have many stories about Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. People call him name and all this. He always smile. And the last one, ada wal ada. Make lot contribution, good deed to anyone who are in need. Be like a person that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the hadith, Allah have servant in this world. When people in need, they come to them. Those people is my beloved, and they are saved from punishment. So I mentioned in Tafsir yesterday, when you are alim, you have knowledge. So when people need ask question, need advice, they come to you, that means Allah loves you. If you have money, you are rich. When people need to borrow money or need something, they contact you. That means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you special. You are good advisor and all this. So anytime in your life that people like to come to you because you're always there, that's the sign that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you special. Yeah. So by helping these three, inshallah, muhasabah, yeah, muraqabah, and then good akhlaq, inshallah, Allah will send you Sakinah. Yeah. As you know, even you have these three, something up and down. So therefore, when you don't have Sakinah, right, you try to refute it. Do I do muhasabah? Do I have muraqabah? Do I have good akhlaq with the others? Right? Because everybody wants to have Sakinah. When you have Sakinah and then your mind in peace, your heart is peace, you live in any places, you'll be happy. And we want everyone to have Sakinah in this life, also Sakinah in the next life, inshallah. Yeah. So therefore also the last one, don't forget to make Lord this dua every after salat, right? Allahumma antas salam wa minkas salam tabaraka ya dzal jalali wal ikram, right? Allahumma antas salam wa minkas salam. That means Allah, you are the sources of the salam. Salam is not come from money, from position, from your name. Wa minkas salam. No. You are the sources and salam come from you. In another hadith said, wa ilayka ya'udu salam. And to you return the salam. Wa hina rabbana bis salam. Allah, make my life in peace. Wa adkhilna jannata dar salam. And enter Jannah, the house of peace. So don't forget every after salat to make this dua, right? Because maybe our effort with muhasabah, muraqabah is not really strong, but it's all with beside all of them, and also dua is very important. Yeah. Any question? Alhamdulillah hamdan yuafi ni'amaka fi mazida ya rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma antas salam wa minkas salam wa ilayka ya'udu salam wa hina rabbana bis salam wa adkhilna al-jannata darus salam ya arhamar rahimin ya rabbal alamin. Allahumma hina muslimin wa tawaffana muslimin wa alhiqna bis salihin غير خزايا ولا نادمين ولا مفتونين. اللهم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا حي يا قيوم يا أحد يا صمد يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم ارفع عنا البلاء والوباء واحفظنا من كورونا. اللهم يا رب الناس رب البشر اشفي أنت الشافي شفاء لا يغادر سقما. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Jazakallah khair, Ustaz.
Terima kasih, insyaAllah. Ya, kisah.